Hey guys, thank you for joining us here at S&P Capital. We're really excited to have you guys here. Today's video's topic is going to be about Tesla. I know Tesla has been on the headlines a lot and a lot of people are scared to trade it, but today in this video my goal is to try to simplify it and break it down so you guys can understand it as simple as possible. So first thing that we should talk about, some news related to Tesla. The first most prevalent news I think we should talk about is the Tesla split. Tesla opened at $444.61 on Monday, and that was when the split took place, and it surged 12%. And ever since that, it hit 500, and ever since it hit 500, it just started dropping. So, on top of that, on Friday, Standard & Poor's, the company that manages the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, they chose what stocks are going to rebalance into the S&P 500. They qualified for it over the summer. And Tesla, if you look at the chart, you can see that Tesla rode on that hype like a lot. That and the hype of the stock split, which was the most recent, and the hype of getting included into the S&P 500. And this is the daily time frame on the chart, and I just have some trend lines here. Trend lines, in case you guys don't know, is just lines that the price of a stock follows. And the indicator that I have on my charts are the Bollinger Bands, the MACD, and the RSI. We could see that Tesla, this is the post split, this is after all the hype in August. It hit 500 and it just went down, and now it's at the middle band of the Bollinger Band. And in general terms, as long as the stock is above the middle band, the trend is generally bullish. So we could still see that the trend is bullish. The simplest way I could break this down for you guys is just looking at this. We could see that it was overbought. And you could clearly see on the RSI that it was overbought. But if we look back all the way into April, since the beginning of April, it crossed over the 50 level of the RSI and has kept bouncing on the 50 level, which is bullish. Every time it gets oversold, it goes back down to neutral area and then it bounces back up. And this is a trend that has been happening since April 8th, April 9th. It broke over and it always just bounces over here. So there's a couple of bullish factors. Now if we look at the trend lines themselves, like I explained earlier, they're just lines that the prices follow. It tested this trend line. It just touched it and it closed on top of the middle band. So you could see that at this level there's a lot of buyers. And that makes sense because if you look back over here from August 18th to August 20th, this was a support level, and before that was a resistance. It touched near this level on July 13th, and it went back down. It tested it on August 17th and then broke over that trend line. And then for 3 days, August 18th, 19th, and 20th, it tested this line again, this level. So the simplest price targets I could put is, as long as it stays over 390, it has to retest 440, which is around this trend line and the previous resistance and support level. It needs to reclaim that, and then it could retest all-time highs. So the price level, if you're bullish, is to see if 440, 390, then 440, and then retest to the highs. And if Tuesday comes and we see that it has dipped below this 390 level on the middle Bollinger Band and this middle trend line, if it dips between 390 and 370, it's choppy. And if it goes under 370, that's bearish, and it's a very possible retest all the way back down to 310 to 270. The 270 would be the absolute bottom, and that's when the RSI would reset. It's very possible they could just bounce off one of these trend lines over here. So it could be anywhere from My best guess would be between 300 and the top would be around 315. So again, just one more time. Um, Above 390, we go to 440 and then retest highs. Below 370, we can go down to 310. At the very bottom would be 270. And I just wanted to do something that I don't think a lot of people know of, and I think would be really useful. I'd be looking at options flow. Now, this website name is blackboxstocks.com, and it just tracks large money order options. So people who buy a lot of money worth of options. As if you can see under this value column, you can see 42,000, 147,000. It's big orders. And what a lot of traders do is they follow these orders. So if they see a lot of money flooding into calls, then they buy calls. If they see a lot of money flooding into puts, they buy puts. And it just has a lot of cool features, alert stream, and you can also see over here most active calls, most active puts, bullish flow, and bearish flow. And before we look at individual flow for Tesla, I just want to show you that there was $58 million going into Tesla calls, and there was $36 million going to Tesla puts. And you can see that Tesla bullish flow was very active. Now, if we look at individual charts, just to see what the flow backs up more, a bearish sentiment or a bullish sentiment, because the past week's drop has been pretty crazy. A lot of people are scared. They think that this was the rug pull, but it could very simply be just a correction. And it does get scary when stocks drop, but if something keeps going up forever, that's not safe. That's not a safe environment for stocks to be. So back to Tesla, we could see that all day there was all types of flows, and during periods there were a lot more extra call flow, a lot of extra put flow, and we could see that there were a couple $1 million orders and calls, especially in leaps. So let me just try to pull you back to that right here. We could see that tons of calls were bought. This is a couple $1 million worth of Tesla leaps in the $800 strikes. We have some at the $1,000 strikes, and that gives a good support to the bullish cause, as there's not as much on the put side. There are large orders on the put side, but when you have, we could also consider a lot of these puts as hedges. So someone could have bought a lot of calls, and just what might seem a lot to us in money is not a lot to other people. So somebody could have $1 million worth of calls and hedge it with $100,000 worth of puts. But see that this is very nice to see if you're bullish. So overall, I myself think that just buy the dip until the price action tells you not to buy the dip. And the price action over here is very clear. So on Tuesday, we should all look out to see where Tesla opens and where it dips down to. And remember, again, I'll reiterate the key levels. 440 for the bullish, over 390, under 390, we could see around 310. 310. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I will be posting more videos. We'll be posting a lot more videos. And we hope you guys are safe and healthy. Have a good day.